long day. I have about a 2.5 hour video that is almost finished rendering so I can upload it to YouTube. But I have two messages and I'm actually going to do them separately. They're brief but important and I want to actually put them out basically before I go to sleep. The first one is this. I mentioned recently about having a dream of a pastor of international renown and how he was excited about churches reopening. But he wasn't excited about churches reopening because he wanted to feed the Lord's sheep. It was because he wanted to fleece the Lord's sheep. So all the stuff about giving and it'll be given back unto you, pressed down, shaken together, all that stuff. And then I saw something of some minister saying some things. I'm kind of like, where were you during the coronavirus outbreak? Where were you making an impact for the kingdom like you're preaching? So it's like the same old weeds coming up. And it's like having grass. You have a lawn that has grass. You battle against weeds. Like where I'm in the United States, during winter, the weeds die. The grass dries out. But then comes spring. And what starts springing forth along with the grass? Weeds. And Jesus spoke about the tares among the wheat. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. If you have been under a ministry that has fed you junk, and how you know it's junk is based on when times got rough, how did all those teachings benefit you? When they told you about tithing, about bringing stuff into the storehouse so that the Lord may have meat. When you paid your tithe into the storehouses, did they have anything to feed you during times of leanness? So please, evaluate the messages people taught you. Evaluate how they prepared you for things to come. Because what we've been going through for the last several months is only a glimpse of worse that will happen. Have they strengthened your faith for when you're going through the fire, that you'll come out like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego? Going in, you're like, even if I perish, I'm not going to deny the Lord's name. So please, look at the stuff that you consumed prior to these times. If those things that they taught you, if they were beneficial, if when times got rough, if it benefited you, if it made you strong in your faith, if all the quote-unquote seeds that you sowed, if it came back during a time of need, please reevaluate everything you are taught and look to see if these same messengers are coming out with the same tired messages. Things that, and I don't want to strip anyone's faith. The things God does, as he was in the Bible, he can be today. But look at the stuff people taught you. Look at their reactions during these lean times. Look at those who say they were healing ministers, but during the outbreak, suddenly the revivals were shut down. It was time for them to step up, and they stepped out. So please, look at what you've been consuming, how it prepared you for these times. And don't fall for that mess again. Shut them down. Do not allow those weeds to grow up. Do not allow them to start twisting scriptures, telling you this and telling you that. And when you needed the stuff to come through for you, it didn't. This is message 1 of 2. Please, look at what the people taught you before, how it benefited you during lean times. You know something's effective when it's been battle tested. David would not go into battle against Goliath wearing Saul's armor and armament because they weren't battle tested. David went in with his sling. He trusted his sling. He had used it. It was effective. battle is a time when armies, they test the weapon systems before they deploy them, but it's when armies truly put their weapon systems to the test and they make changes, and in some cases they discard things that weren't combat effective. So everything you've been taught and the tests that you have been going through, look at what's been effective and what has not. And also look at the same teachers who've been teaching you mess over the years that hasn't come through for you, if they're coming with the same mess again. Ask them where they were when you needed them. Ask them where was the outpouring when you needed it most. Hold their feet to the fire. God bless you, and Jesus is Lord.